What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome to the AM, guys. Welcome to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and welcome to the show predicated on the journey of life and business. Well, today, guys, I want to talk about decisions. I want to talk about decision-making skills and how this is super important for life, just in general, across the board. First, decisions are something that we often overlook. We don't think of, I have to make a decision until we come to, I'm going to buy a house. What house do I want? Or maybe a car. We often overlook decisions and the ability that we need to really correctly make decisions. They're very underrated. They happen every time. I mean, think about it. You're wearing the outfit you wore today, the shirt you're wearing or whatever, because you decided in the closet or in your dresser that this is what I was going to wear. You made a decision, and we don't tend to look at that as a decision. And I'm saying this because decision making is overrated. It's just like breathing. It's one of the most important things you do. It's one of the most important facets of life. But in my experience, we tend to underrate it heavily. So I want to talk about this. First, decisions are where we get caught up the most and where we tend to have the most problems in life. When we have to make a major decision, we don't know how to make them. We don't know how to actually make a good decision. We don't understand what a good decision is or how to properly assess if I'm making a good one. The other thing is we take too long oftentimes to make decisions in order to move forward, and then it really hinders us. So there was a statistic I learned that more people in combat get killed and wounded with no decision being made rather than a wrong one. Now think about that. It is more dangerous not to make a decision than it is to make a wrong one. It's better for you to make a wrong decision, learn from it, and grow than to do nothing. And we like to freeze. One of our major instincts, I guess you could say, our emotional responses to a high pressure situation is just to freeze. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need to take your time and think through a major life-changing decision like buying a house or a car, or whether you're going to marry somebody. Those are vital decisions that need to be really well thought through with purpose and intent behind it. What I am saying, though, is oftentimes in business, we don't make moves. Oftentimes in the household, we don't make moves because we are frozen or because we're just overlooking that, wow, this is an important decision I need to make. And what really got me was this. My wife and I, we were talking the other day, and I realized as we were talking, I became aware of something that I do is that if I'm learning something and I realize something is going to better my life, or is going to better me as a purpose, in that conversation, as somebody's talking to me, I make a decision to go ahead and add that to my life and move forward in it. And I do it right then. I don't wait. I'm like, wow, I should probably do that. I don't say that. I'm like, wow, I'm going to do this. And that decision is made in the moment. And then that really opened up the door for the speed of decisions and for this podcast and in the rant that I'm doing right now, and open up the door to really talk about this and how we need to learn to make better decisions. So I decide in the moment I'm going to do this, and then I really purpose to do it, and I don't wait 2 or 3 days, or I don't wait to go through a whole cycle of pain and suffering before I decide maybe I should learn that. But that's what we do. We don't do it right now. We put it off and say, maybe I should decide to do this, or maybe I should. And what we're doing is deferring the decision, which then defers action, which then defers change, which then produces pain. So I want to talk real quick too, just to give some more clarity on this, about 4 metrics that CEOs are graded on, and this was something I read years ago, and I think it's so important. 1, CEOs are measured and graded on by the ability to make accurate decisions. How quickly can they make a good decision, okay? Not how quickly, their ability to make a good decision. Second, they're graded on how quickly they make decisions. How fast can they make a decision? Third, how much information do they need to make a decision? Do they need 100% of the information? Do they need 60% of the information? Do they need 10% of the information? They're graded on that. Fourth, what is the speed that they recognize that they've made a wrong decision? Now, those 4 metrics are really important because if you look at your life, how fast do you make decisions? How accurate are your decisions? How long does it take you to recognize that you made a bad decision? And how much information do you need before you decide to ship something? How much information do you need to actually become accurate, to move in accuracy? And I think this is important because if you are really going to move through life, you lose most of the time at the starting line, and the starting line really equates to making the decision of how I'm going to do this and what I'm going to do, and often a subset of multiple decisions. And so just think about that. Like, a lot of time in life is wasted, and no decision is worse than a wrong one. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of time, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.